So we have done some basic things yesterday. Okay, we have discussed the types of networks yesterday, and we have seen the connections, we have seen the devices, and let me see if the recording is on or not. Wait a second. Okay, recording is on here. So okay, so let us continue. So we have seen types of networks, we have seen the devices, we have seen the connections, and we have seen four types of networks yesterday. So what we said yesterday, there are two types of networks. One is your physical networks are local area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network, and campus area network. CAN, campus area network. And the second network is logical network. In logical network, we said it is IP address. Okay. So what is a logical network? If you go with this physical network, we have many devices here, and each and every device have a address here. Each and every device has a IP address. So if there is no IP address available on one of the device, the device cannot communicate with another device. So this is your IP. So if there are 100 computers, there should be 100 IP addresses. If there are 10,000 computers, 10,000 devices, there should be 10,000 IP addresses on 10,000 devices. Each IP must have one IP. Each machine must have one IP. And IP addresses are unique addresses. Okay. So without IP address, communication is not possible. So IP stands for Internet Protocol. This is full form of IP. Normally people call it as software address or logical address. Okay, so we can call it by any name, but the documented name is Internet Protocol. Now when you take a device, any device like a computer, server, router, switch, firewall, whatever device, whatever networking device, there is no IP address available in that device. We need to assign IP address. IP address will not come from the company. We should take IP from some other place, and then we need to assign IP address in that machine. So what we need to learn in IP is what is IP, what are the types of IPs, okay, what options are available in IP, and how to assign IP address on each and every device. Okay, so Internet Protocol. Now this Internet Protocol is must on every device, because without IP, communication is not possible. Now IP address is designed by an organization called ICANN. This is the organization. This is responsible for designing and maintaining and distributing IP addresses. Okay. So what these people have done here is they have designed IP addresses into two versions. One version is called IP version 4, IP address version. So one is IP version 4, and the second version is IP version 6. These are the two versions available in IP address. IP version 4 was designed around like 40 years, 45 years before, and IP version 6 is designed in 1990s actually. Normally people say like IP version 6 is a new address, but no, IP version 6 was designed in 1990s. It started using recently, some years before, but it was designed in 1990s. Okay. Now the question here is, if there was IP version 4 available, what was the reason for designing IP version 6? IP version 4 we can use anywhere. Okay, we can use for communicating between all the devices. Yeah, good morning, Abhilash. Okay, so the simple question is, if IP version 4 was already available, what was the reason for designing IP version 6? The reason here is, in IP version 4 there are some limited numbers, and all the numbers are taken by people, all the numbers are taken by companies. Okay, what you mean by number? Number means one address. In this IP addresses, there are many address available. So if you take one address for your company or for your website, that address cannot be used by any other person all over the world. For example, if you go to Google, Google is using an address, Google is using an IP address. How to check the IP address of Google? Just go to CMD and say ping google.com. Again, see there is a IP. I'm not audible everywhere.
You're audible.
Am I am I audible now?
Yes, yes. You were already audible.
Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, so Abhilash, can you hear me now? Hello. Okay, so let us continue. So what we said till now? We said IP address is internet protocol, and this internet protocol has two versions. One is IP version 4 and another one is IP version 6. So the thing that we were discussing was, if there was IP version 4 available, what was the reason for designing IP version 6? See, IP address is a design actually. IP address is a design that is documented. So that design we need to learn. Okay. So the reason for designing IP version 6 was, in IP version 4 there are some numbers, there are some limited numbers, and those numbers were already taken by people, already taken by companies, already taken by website providers and all those things, web providers and all those companies. Okay, so the numbers in IP version 4 was completely over. So we took the example of Google here. This is the IP of Google, 216.58.197.46. So if I just copy this IP and if I go to browser, if I paste here, by using this IP, I can access my Google server. That means Google server also has a IP. YouTube server also has, like every server over the internet has a IP. So once you take this IP, like Google server is using this IP address 216.58.197.46. Now no other person on the face of the earth can use the same IP for his or her use. This IP is reserved for Google because Google paid money and they purchase this IP. They register this IP address. Okay. So in IP version 4, like I said, it is used for last 40-45 years. So every company has taken IP addresses, so there are no addresses left here. But the question here is, how many addresses are available in IP version 4? Let us calculate something here. In IP version 4, there are totally this many addresses. It's a pretty big number. Okay, so there are totally this many numbers available in IP version 4, and all these numbers are taken by people. All the numbers are taken by companies. So there are no free addresses available. That means if you go and make a website for your business, for your company, then there is no IP version 4 available. We have to go with IP version 6. Now let us see how many addresses are possible in IP version 6. Again, like I said, IP version 4 and IP version 6 is a design. IP version 4 and IP version 6 is a documented design. So in the documented design, what they have done in IP version 6, they have improved the number, and the total number of addresses in IP version 6 are this many. Now you can see the number on your screen. It's a huge number. It's some trillions and trillions and trillions of number. So now we can say like, okay, IP version 6 will be enough forever. Yeah, we can see the number here, it's huge. Maybe IP version 6, IP version 4, there are some billions of numbers. But again, just imagine 40 years, 50 years before, if you say like, okay, you have some billions of number, you would have thought like, okay, these billions of numbers will be like sufficient forever. Because 40 years before, like there was no internet, first of all. Internet is there for last 32, 33 years. 40 years before, there was no internet. There was only computer network. And how many networks, how many companies were using computers? Very few. And in those companies also, there were like very few computers, so it was like huge then. So that design was very successful then. But now, because of this internet and because of the, like, companies, many devices they are using, this IP version 4 is finished. So do we need to learn IP version 4? The answer is yes. See, I'm saying IP version 4 addresses are over. I'm not saying IP version 4 addresses are not in use. Still, 90% cases and more than 90% cases in companies, we have IP version 4, because Google has taken this address 216.58.197.46. This address is from IP version 4 only. Now just imagine if Google is using this address, just imagine how many other companies are using this address. So if you have registered this IP, you're using this IP for like many years to come. Okay, so IP version 4 is still used in companies. More than 90% cases, IP version is still used. Okay, Abhilash, can you just check your headphone maybe? If the voice is not coming there, it is audible to all the other people. Wait a second, guys, I'll just check with him. Okay, so I hope you can hear me. Okay, fine. So what was the thing? What we said, IP version 4 is still used in more than 90% cases. So we have to learn IP version 4 for sure. Okay. Let us see one example of IP version 4 and IP version 6, then we can move into IP version 4. IP version 4 will look something like this: 192.168.10.120, for example. This is IP version 4. And coming to IP version 6, it will look like this. Two, three, four, five, six. This is IP version 6 address and this is IP version 4 address. So we can see here clearly, IP version 4 is in decimal number and IP version 6 is in hexadecimal number. The design is in decimal and here the design is in hexadecimal. Decimal numbers are from 0 to 9, the numbers that we use normally. Okay, when you say 4 number, it is in decimal form. Okay, so hexadecimal number means we have the 0 to 9 digits and we have the alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F. We have totally 16 numbers in hexadecimal. Hexa means 16. So we have numbers as well as alphabets. So when you go with IP version 6, we can see A, B, C, D up to F. But in IP version 6, we have only the decimal number 0 to 9. There's a difference. Okay, so IP version 4 is in decimal and IP version 6 is in hexadecimal. But in the background, actually, both IP version 4 and IP version 6, IP address is designed in binary number. Actually, you know, the language of a machine is in binary, right? What is binary? 0 or 1. Whatever we do in a machine will translate everything into binary. Like suppose you're playing a game, it will be somewhere in binary. If you're typing some text, it will be in binary. Okay, so machine language is a binary language. Like we use English or Hindi or Telugu or French or German, whatever language we use, that is our language. In the same way, the machine has a language, and that language is always your binary language. So this 192 168.10.120 for a machine will be in binary, and this 20010123 ABC, this number is also for a machine will be in binary. Okay, so what they have done here is when they design IP version 4, they design IP version 4 into 32-bit binary number. 32-bit binary number. So when they design in 32-bit, 32-bit means there are some combinations actually. So what I have done in calculator here, I set 2 power 32. That means how many combinations we got here. If there are 32 bits, we got this many combinations there. If there are 32 bits, this many combinations, and if there are 128 bits available, if there are more bits available, then we have more combinations. So in IP version 6, what they have done, they increase the number to 128 bit. IP version 4 is 32 bit and IP version 6 is 128 bit. Okay, now let us continue with IP version 4 only. So this is 128 bit and this is 32 bit. Now this 32 bit, again it is divided into 4 octets. You know what is the meaning of octet? Octet means actually collection of 8 bits. Come again, the design of IP version 4 is IP version 4 we have totally 32 bits. That is the number, 32-bit number, and this 32-bit number is 32-bit numbers are divided into 4 octets. So each octet contains how many bits here? 8 bits. So it is something like this. In binary it will be like this. Actually these are totally 32 bits. Okay, so if you use 32 bits in a sequence, it will be like very difficult for you to like understand the numbers actually. So what they have done, this 32 bits they have divided into octets. So after every octet there is a dot here. Now this is the design. 8 bits is 1 octet, 8 bits is 1 octet, 8 bits and 8 bits. So totally there are 4 octets here. So this octet is your first octet. This is your first octet. This is your second octet. This is your third octet and this is your fourth octet. So come again, IP version 4 is designed into 32 bits. 32 bits are divided into 4 octets. Why they have divided into 4 octets? There are many reasons. One of the reason I can say as of now is the design of 4 octet will make IP addressing use and manage in easy way. If there is no design of IP version 6, IP version 4 in 4 octet, the number will be something like this. See, it's a big number. It's like a telephone number. It is very difficult to remember. It is very difficult to use. It is very difficult to assign this number. So what they have done, they divided numbers. They divided 32 bits into 4 octet, and each octet is separated by a dot. So first octet dot, second octet dot, third octet dot, fourth octet. So first octet here is 192, second octet here is 168, third octet here is 10, and the fourth octet here is 120. So how to read a IP address? 192.168.10.120. This is the way to read a IP address. So this is the design of IP addressing. Again, who designed this IP addressing? The organization called ICANN. Those people they design IP addressing, and those people they are distributing and maintaining IP addressing. Okay. Now there are 4 octets. Fine. There are 32 bits and divided into 4 octets, fine. But now what we need to see here is if there are 8 bits available in one octet, this is binary. But we are not using IP address in binary. See, there is a small connection we need to make here. Listen carefully, please. IP address for a machine is in binary, but IP address for a user will be in decimal. Come again. IP address for a machine is in binary and IP address for a user is in decimal form. When we assign a IP address, we are not assigning 110011000101 whatever. We are assigning in decimal form. So once you say 192 in a computer or in a device, what the device will do? It will translate, it will convert actually 192 into the binary number. If you say 168, it will convert into binary. If you say 120, it will convert 120 into binary. Machine will take the binary number only. So whatever decimal number we are entering here, the decimal number will be automatically converted into its binary form. So in the end, the machine will use the IP address, any machine, the machine will use the IP address in binary form only. But for a user, decimal numbers are more easier to remember, decimal numbers are more easier to understand. So for a user, the numbers are presented in decimal, but in the background, they are in form of binary. Okay. Abhilash, I guess you can hear me now, right? There was some problem with your side actually. Okay, so if there is any problem till now, hopefully we can discuss it. If there is any question, any doubt, I'll just wait for like 30 seconds here. Okay, fine. Let us continue now. So before we continue, let us have some brief revision so that we can go deep in IP addressing. So what we said, IP address is a logical network. Okay, it is known as IP is the full form of IP is Internet Protocol. Some people may call it as software address or logical address also. What is the use of IP? Without IP address, communication is not possible. Although the devices are connected physically by using a cable, but if there is no IP address on two devices or any one device, communication is not possible. Okay, so we have two versions in IP addressing. One is IP version 4 and another one is IP version 6. One of the interview question will be, if there was IP version 4 available, if there was IP version 4 already in use, what was the reason for designing IP version 6? So now we know the reason very well. The reason for designing IP version 6 was the IP version 4 numbers are all over. All people, companies, they have taken numbers, so there are no free numbers in IP version 4. That was the reason IP version 6 is designed. Okay, and IP version 4 was designed by using 32 bits and IP version 6 is designed in 128 bit. Both the numbers are in binary, but how they are presented for the user, IP version 4 is presented in decimal form and IP version 6 is presented in hexadecimal form. There is a difference. Version 4 in decimal, version 6 in hexadecimal. But in the background, both the numbers are working in binary form. Okay. Now, in IP version 4, these 32 bits are divided into how many octets here? 4 octets. Okay. And each octet octet means actually 8 bits, right? Dual means 2, quad means 4, octet means 8, hexa means 16. These are the number forms. So 4 octets and each octet contains 8 bits. And what is a bit? Bit can be a 0 or it can be a 1. So how to read our octets? Starting from your left actually. This is your first octet, then second octet, third octet and fourth octet. So while reading, how we need to say, we should not say 192.168.10120, not like this. We need to say 192.168.10.120. This is the way to read the address. Now I'll use one more address here. And the address is like 192.168.270.225, for example. Now if I say this number 192.168.270.25, actually this number is an incorrect number. we cannot use a number like this. What is the number here? 192, 168. There is something called 270 written here. 270 we cannot use in a IP address. There is a range. There is a range of numbers we can use. And the range of numbers are from 0 till 255. In each octet, we can use a number from 0 till 255 only. We cannot use a higher number than 255. 256 is not possible, or any number higher than 256 is not possible. Let me show you practically here. I'll just go to my computer and I'll try to assign the IP address here. Let us assign same address that we have taken in the example. So we can see IP version 6 and IP version 4 here. I'll go to IP version 4. I'll say use the address. Now 192.168.10.120. If I say 10.120, that was our first example. So 10.120 is accepted easily. But let us go with like 270 now. Let's see what happens if you say 270. So 190 to 160, no problem. But when I say 270 here, see, we got a message here. We got an error message. 270 is not a valid entry. Please specify a value between 0 and 255. That was a message I got on my screen. So machine is saying you cannot use 270. You should use a number between 0 and 255 only. But the big question here is why this range? Why we can use the numbers between 0 and 255 only? Now for this, the answer is there in binary. So what we have to do here is, if you have to learn IP addressing, first of all, you should learn the binary language. So let us see how to convert binary to decimal. This conversion is very, very important. How to convert a binary number into decimal. I hope you have book and pen with you so that you can do some practicals with me. You can do some conversions with me. So let us take an example first. I'm taking the example as I'm taking the first octet here, this one, converting a binary number into decimal. 1 1, let's say 0 0. See, let us convert this binary number into decimal number. So when you convert a binary number into decimal number, there is a very easy process actually. And the process is every bit has a value. Listen carefully, guys. Every bit. This bit is first bit. This is second bit. This is third. So every bit has a, sorry, this is first bit actually. So every bit has a value here. So this bit value is 128. And this bit value is 64. This bit value is 32. This is 16. This is 8. This is 4. This is 2. This is 1. So we have totally 8 bits here. Every bit has a value. This bit value is 0. This is 2. This is 4. This is 8. This is 16. This is 32, 64, 128. If you go with the second octet, this bit value is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. If you go with the fourth octet, also same thing. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Every bit has a value and those values are written already here. So when you do conversion, when you do binary to decimal conversion, the first thing you should do here is you should write your binary numbers, and for every binary number, like I said you, there is a bit value. So write the bit values there. Now in binary, when you do the conversion, 0 means it is a off bit and 1 means it is a on bit. This is the formula anyway. 0 means off, 1 means on. So wherever there is a 0, we need to ignore this bit. Wherever there is a 0, we need to ignore this bit value. And wherever there is 1, we need to take this bit value. So how many bits are ones here? 128, 64, 8 plus 4. So we should just do addition here. Let us see. So first bit on 128 here, plus second bit is on 64 here, plus 32 is off, 16 is off. Remember, if there is 0, it is off. We need to ignore. And then it is 8 plus 4. So totally how much? It is 204. So in a computer, if you say 204, like suppose here you are saying 204. So once you say 204, 204 is a valid number. So when you say 204, what machine will do? Machine will translate, or machine will convert, sorry, machine will convert this 204 into this binary form. Then machine will use 1100 as a number. Okay, so this is the way to convert a binary number into a decimal number. Every binary number has a value, and these values are fixed starting from 1, and we need to keep on doubling this value. 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 4 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Now why we are taking only 8 bits here? We are taking 8 bits here because IP version 4 is a 32-bit binary number which has 4 octets, and every octet contains 8 bits. That is the reason we are using only 8 bits. For example, imagine if there is one more bit available here, like say 1. This is possible. There can be one more bit available here. So what will be this bit value? It will be 256, because 128 plus 120 will be 256. But how many bits we have taken now? We have taken totally 9 bits. Is it possible to take 9 bits in a IP version 4 octet? No. But mathematically, we can convert any number of binary numbers into decimal. It can be, we can take only 4 binary bits and we can convert. We can take 6 binary bits, we can convert, or we can take 9, or we can take 30, 40. We can take any number of binary bits. Okay. So the reason for taking 8 bits is very clear now, hopefully. The reason is IP version 4 is 32-bit, and this 32 bits are divided into 4 octets. So each octet contains 8 bits. So we are taking only 8 bits here. Now let us say one more example here. Like if I say 1 1 0 0 0 0 0 0, let us convert this number into this binary number into decimal. So again, the logic is very simple here. What we have to do, we have to simply see how many bits are zeros here, how many bits are ones here. So if the bit value is 0, that means it is off, and if the bit value is 1, that means it is on. So we need to simply see how many bits are off and how many bits are on. And wherever the bit is on, just see that bit value. So see here, this bit value is 128 and this bit value is 64. So how much 128 plus 64? Let us say 128 plus 64. It will be 192. See, this is your 192. So once we enter 192 in a machine, 192 will be converted into this value 11000000. See, listen again, please. If you are good in this binary decimal and decimal binary conversion, you will be good in IP addressing, because whatever we do in IP addressing in coming classes, all the things are related to binary decimal, decimal binary conversions. Okay, so I have showed you some examples, 2 examples. So I'll do one more example here. Let's say 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. So let us see how to convert this value. We know the formula. Wherever it is 0, it is a off bit. Wherever it is 1, it is a on bit. So how many bits are on here? 8 4 2 1. Okay, this is 8 4 2 1. So 8 plus 4 12, 12 plus 2 14, 14 plus 1 15. So how to convert this value? This way. So this output is 15. Okay, this is your binary to decimal conversion. 0 means off, 1 means on. Now I'll give some examples here. Just try to do these conversions, please. Then we will see the answers here. So the first number here is, let's say 1 1 1 1. This is first number, and this is second number. Okay, you have couple of minutes, please. So just try to convert these numbers and then we will see our answers. These are the 5 combinations you have on your screen. So just try to convert these numbers into binary. Then let us cross check our answers. Fine, I got some answers here. Fine. So first one is, yeah, 240. Second one, I got multiple answers. Some says 170, some says only 70. But actually it is, I guess, 170. 128 plus 32 plus 8 plus 2. So it is like 170. Third one is 85. And the fourth one is 0. And this one is 255. Yeah, so these are the decimal values. Now there is a big message here in this conversion. Just now we have seen the IP address. We assign IP address as 270. So when we assign the IP address as 270, remember we got the message that you cannot use a number like 270. You should use a number from 0 till 255. Now why that message came? Why we can use only 0 to 255? Listen the reason carefully. IP version 4 is a 32-bit number. 32 bits are divided into 4 octets. Okay. Each octet contains totally 8 bits. So if you take all the bits as 0, the decimal value will be 0. And if you take all the bits as ones, the decimal value will be 255. If it is all ones, this is 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. The decimal value will be 255. Can we take any other higher combination than this? Of course, no. All the bits are 1 here. All the bits are on. So whatever number we get between 000 and 1111. The combinations will be between this number. So this is the reason the decimal numbers we can use are between 0 and 255 only. We cannot use a higher number than 255 because the answer is in binary. We have totally 8 bits. So every bit has a value. So if you convert those values, you will get the minimum value as 0 and the maximum as 255. Okay. So the IP address will be, I'm saying IP range. It will be 0 dot, or I can say 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0. After fourth octet, there is no 0 there. So 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 up to 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot 255. This is the range of number, IP range 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 up to 255 dot 255 dot 255 255. Okay. Now this is the range, but total how many numbers we get here? See, in every octet we get 256 numbers. This is from 0 till 255. Listen carefully, please. We cannot use a number like 256. We cannot use a number like 256. But how many numbers we got totally? 0 is counted as a number. 0 is a valid number here. So 0 till 255 is our range. So total numbers are 256. So let's calculate again. 256 multiplied by 256. Wait a second. 256 multiplied by 256 multiplied by 256 multiplied by 256. How much we got? Remember, we got this answer before also. Last time what I have done like 2 power 32. So when you do 2 power 32, we got that much answer. And now what I have done like 256 multiplied by 256. So I've just multiplied, so I got the same answer. Okay. So the IP version 4 range is from 0 till 255. 0 till 255, but total numbers are 256. Let us go and assign the IP address again, and let us say 256, and let us say will it accept or not. So I'm using 1.0.255. See, from 0 till 255 it has accepted, but if I say 256 here, again we got a message here, and the message is 256 is not a valid entry. Please specify a value between 0 and 255. So number 256 we cannot use. Okay, but total numbers we got here are 256. So just try to understand the difference here. So 0 to 255 is the range, and total numbers are 256. So now I hope it is clear, like how we got the range. 0 to 256. This is because the answer is in binary. If you know the binary conversions, then you know the answer. Okay. Now let us see one more thing. Yeah, let us see how to convert a decimal value into binary value. Because again, when we move into our IP addressing in coming classes, we should know binary decimal conversion and decimal binary conversion. So we got a very big message, very big answer till now, and the answer is IP version 4 numbers are between 0 and 255, and we know why the numbers are between 0 and 255. The reason is we have totally 8 bits, and if you take all 8 bits as 0, the output, the decimal will be 0, and if you take all 8 bits as 1, the decimal will be 255. Okay, now let us see how to convert decimal to binary. Decimal value to binary value. Let us begin with the easy number 192. So what is the binary of this 192? So if you have to do this conversion, the first thing we have to do is we have to copy this. We have to write down this bit values. So this bit values will remain same in all the 4 octets. Every octet first bit will be 1 and this last bit will be 128. It is same in each and every octet. So how to convert a decimal into binary? Now what we have to see here is we have to see whether we can subtract this value with this value. This is the decimal number, so we need to see, can we subtract? We know subtraction, right? So we need to see, can we subtract this 192 from this 128? Now remember one thing, higher number cannot be subtracted from lower number. Okay, so what is the number here? 128. It is a lower number, so this is higher number. So what I can do, can I subtract 128 from 192? Of course I can subtract. Let us go and check. So 192 minus 128. So I'm able to subtract here because 128 is a lower number. So the output here is 64. So once you are able to subtract, this value will become 1. Okay, what is it? Remaining number here, remaining number is 64. Can we subtract 64 from this 64? Of course we can do this, right? 64 and 64 both are equal. Okay, so we can subtract. So if you can subtract, that means this will become 1. And what I have to do, 64 minus 64. Now what is the output here? The remaining is 0. So if the remaining is 0, all the other bits will become 0. So what is the value of 192 in decimal, in binary, sorry? This one. It is 1111. It is 11 and all zeros. So what we have done, can we subtract 128 from 192 or not? We need to just say, can we subtract this value from this value or not? So see, 192 is 11000000. Before we have done 192 from binary to decimal, what was the binary number? 11000000. Then it is 192. Here what we have done, we have converted 192 into binary. Let us see one more example. Any number, can you tell me please, to convert from decimal to binary? Any decimal number? Anyone please? Yeah, Rajiv, anything? You raise your hand.
168, sir.
Okay, I got 2 answers here. One is 132 and 168. So let us go with 2. So let us say 168. Then 132. Let's see both the conversions. Okay. So for 168, what we have to see, can we subtract 128 from 168? Of course, says 128 is a lower number, 168 is a higher number. So we can subtract. So the answer will be, the output will be 1 here. But if you subtract 128 from 168, how much will be remaining? So let's say 168 minus 128. So the remaining is 40 here. Now the question here is, can you subtract 64 from 40? 64 is a higher number, 40 is a lower number. So that is not possible. So what I have to do here is, 64 will be counted as 0 here. That bit is 0. Okay. Now, can we subtract 32 from 40? Of course we can do, right? 32 is a lower number, 40 is a higher number. lower number can be subtracted from higher number. So this will become 32 will become 1. Okay, so 32 will become 1. So how much is minus 32 here? Minus 32 remaining will be 8. So if the remaining is 8, the next number is 16. Can we subtract 16 from 8? No, 16 is a higher number, 8 is a lower number. So this is not possible. So here again it will be 0. Now can we subtract 8 from 8? Of course, 8. Now output is 0, so the remaining bits will be 0. So just see, can we subtract these values from this value or not? Okay, let us go with 132 now. Can we subtract 128 from 132? Of course we can do, right? 1. So if you subtract 128 from 132, how much is the value? How much is the remaining? The remaining is 4. So if the remaining is 4, 64 will become 0, 32 will become 0, 16 will become 0, 8 will become 0. Now 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So again the remaining 2 bits will become 0. So just see whether you can subtract this value from this value or not. You will get your decimal answer. Got it? Okay, I'll just give some more numbers. You are very, like, good with me. You have given very easy numbers, so thanks for that. But I'll give some other numbers. So let's go with like 80. Just try to convert these numbers into decimal, please. Sorry, binary. And 245. 191. 100. 222. So please take your time and just try to convert these decimal numbers into binary numbers. Remember one thing, if you are good in binary and decimal conversion, you can be very good in this IP addressing. So for the sake of IP addressing, we are revising our binary decimal. We have seen this, we have learned this somewhere in school, but again we need to revise because the IP concept is designed in binary language only. So these are the 5 numbers. So please take your book and pen and just try to convert these numbers into binary. Then we will see whether our answers are matching or not. Take your time. Okay, fine. I have got many answers here. Yeah, Ganesh also. Yeah, exactly. This is the conversion. Yeah, Rajiv, I have received answer from you also. Yeah. Now, I hope you are feeling comfortable in these conversions, binary decimal and decimal binary conversions, because like I said, if you are good in this binary decimal and decimal binary conversions, you will be good in coming 4 classes, 5 classes, because this is the base of our IP address. So see, 80 will be like 64 is on and 16 is on, so it will be 80. 245 will be something like this. 191, 100 is like 64, 32 and 4. And coming to 222, 128 plus 64 and 16, 8, 4, 2. So it will be like 222. So we know how to convert a binary number into, yeah, Muhammad, I got the answer. We know how to convert a binary number into decimal number, and we know how to convert a decimal number into binary number. So let us revise what we have done today. Let us begin from this. Okay, what we have done here, we said IP address is a number that should be assigned on every device, because without IP address, communication is not possible. Okay, IP stands for Internet Protocol, and there are two numbers, two versions here. One is IP version 4 and another one is IP version 6. Now we know the reason for designing IP version 6. The reason is IP version 4 are all over, taken by many companies and many people. So there is no free IP version 4 available right now. So we are going with IP version 6. But still IP version is 4 is used in majority of networks. Okay. So these 32 bits are divided into how many octets? They are divided into 4 octets. Every octet contains totally 8 bits. Okay. So we have this first, second, third, and fourth octet. So every octet contains 8 bits. So if you convert this 8 bits into decimal, what is the decimal value we get? Minimum 0 and maximum up to 255. This is the range of IP version 4, 0 till 255. Okay, so then we have seen the decimal to binary conversion, and we have seen binary to decimal conversion. Done. This is what we have seen today. So if you want to get more perfection, just take any random numbers between 0 and 255 and just try to convert those numbers into binary, and just take any random binary numbers and just convert those numbers into decimal. You'll get more perfection there. Okay, in coming classes, you should simply see the binary number and you should be in a position to answer the decimal value. That much perfection you should get in these binary decimal numbers. So then only like the other classes like IP addressing, the advanced part of IP addressing and subnetting and VLSM will be very, very easy. Okay, so that's it for today from my side. I'll just wait here for like 30 seconds. If you have any questions or doubts, we will see. Or else tomorrow we will move deep into this IP addressing. We will see something called classes, range, use, and we have like network and network portion and host portion. All these things we'll see tomorrow. So I'll be here for 30 seconds. If you have any doubt, then we can see those things. Okay, so no doubts, Hassan. Okay, all thanks for joining today. So we'll stop this session here. So hopefully we'll continue with IP racing tomorrow. And Muhammad and Rajiv, within 10 minutes, we will start our MCSE class, please. So yesterday, for some reason, we could not take. Yeah, Rajiv, any question? You raise your hand.
No, sir. No
Okay.
question.
Okay, no issues. So within 10 minutes, please join for the MCSE session, Rajiv and Muhammad. These are the two
Okay, sir.
people from this batch. Okay, so we'll stop here today and hope to see you tomorrow at same time, 7 a.m. with some more things from IP addressing. Okay, thank you.